I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out.
Canelo versus Bud Crawford. I'm gonna have to put you in the spot. Who you like? Who you going with?
I like both. I'm a fan of Canelo. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford. They're both amazing fighters. Canelo's just a huge puncher, bro. It scares me a little bit.
Now, what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov.
Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn has expressed confidence that Terence Crawford would come out on top in a potential clash with Canelo Alvarez. Hearn described Crawford as the sharper, more intelligent, and mentally stronger fighter at this stage in their careers. However, he did acknowledge the inherent dangers for Crawford in jumping up weight classes to face a naturally bigger opponent. Hearn also noted that if Canelo were to win, the victory might be downplayed due to the size disparity. He suggested Crawford's slick footwork and ring IQ could control the tempo, potentially leading to a more strategic and less action-packed bout.
I go back and forwards, to be honest with you. Like, when I talk to Bud, I kind of like, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing. And then you see the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo, then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo, so we'll see.
And then enters former world champion Amir Khan, the only man to have shared the ring with both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. His perspective, shaped by first-hand experience, naturally diverges from others, adding a compelling layer to the already heated narrative. Khan's unique insight doesn't just stir debate, it deepens the intrigue surrounding a potential showdown between these 2 elite fighters.
I think I'm the only guy that's been in with both fighters. So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe going there. I've been asked to go there and obviously give my input on the fight before they go in the ring. And obviously I know both fighters. Canelo's a friend now after our fight we had, and also Crawford, I shared training camp with him as well. It's a good fight. I'm not gonna say too much.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it till on the day of the fight.
Okay.
But look, it's gonna be a mega fight. Honestly, it's hard to pick the winner.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a close one.
Amir Khan, having faced both men, spoke with the weight of experience, someone who's felt Canelo's power and studied Crawford's precision. His words carried a quiet intensity, hinting at how razor-close and unpredictable this clash could be. Without revealing too much, Khan's subtle remarks suggested that the real answers won't come until fight night. He went a step further this time, offering a sharp, detailed breakdown of Crawford's style, adding yet another layer of intrigue to how this matchup might truly unfold.
Look, Crawford's gonna probably do the same thing that he knows best, which is box, be smart, slow movements, small steps. It's only small steps he's taking. So I think I mean, look, and it's always worked for him. Every fight he's been in, we thought that the fight with Spence was gonna be hard, and he made it look so easy. Now, we've never really seen him in a hard fight where we've seen him in trouble. So maybe this could be the fight that puts him in that trouble to see what he's going to be like when he's under pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've never seen either fighter under pressure, like a lot of pressure.
Amir Khan highlighted Crawford's methodical pace, a calculated rhythm that has defined his dominance in the ring. He pointed to the Spence fight, where Crawford turned what was billed as a war into a swift, one-sided masterclass. Yet, Khan warned that against Canelo, Crawford might finally encounter real danger. Khan didn't stop there. He shed light on an often overlooked aspect of Crawford's game, his raw power and quiet toughness. Beneath the slick movement and ring IQ Khan suggested lies a gritty strength that could prove pivotal in the kind of fight fans are expecting.
The size advantage, but then again, I've always said Crawford puts on the weight well. If you look at size of him, you see his picture when he was like 185. He looked huge, bro. He looked jacked up and he looked strong at the weight as well. I mean, I remember when I used to spar with him, and I think, wow, he's heavy and he's heavy-handed as well.
People don't give as well,
yeah. You know, people don't give him the credit for his power. Crawford bangs hard, man. I mean, and also has that muscle strength. I saw him in the gym when I was training with them, wrestling heavyweights and taking them down. Wrestling. So I don't know if you know this, but Crawford is, I think he was like one of the top national wrestlers.
Khan made it clear, Terence Crawford isn't just a slick technician. He carries real, punishing power in everything he throws. He hinted at witnessing Crawford dig deep, overcoming tough moments against naturally bigger opponents with grit and resilience. According to Khan, Crawford's strength isn't just a byproduct of speed or finesse. It's something raw and primal, forged through years of hard work and rooted in his wrestling background. His tenacity, Khan emphasized, is not a trait that fades under pressure, despite what fast-talking bloggers might suggest when the spotlight is brightest. When someone who's trained alongside Crawford speaks this way, it offers a clearer picture. If Crawford steps up in weight, it's not just to survive, it's to impose, with a blend of skill and raw, dangerous power.
Look, he's one guy you don't want to fight, because if you have a standoff with him, he's gonna try knocking you out, and if he takes you down, you're fucked as well. So yeah. I mean, but look, it's a great fight that we're gonna see, because we've not really seen a fight where it's like it is a proper 50-50 fight. Why people are saying it's a 50-50 fight? Because Canelo has all the advantages, and Crawford has never been beaten. So that's why. And Crawford looks unbeatable. So it's gonna be a good fight.
Amir Khan painted Crawford as a nightmare in every scenario, whether trading shots or battling for control. While he acknowledged Canelo's many advantages, he emphasized that the clash of power and skill on both sides makes this a true 50-50 fight. With a tone of both respect and warning, Khan made it clear, this isn't just hype, it's a war that could swing in an instant. Enter rising star Hamza Shiraz, fresh off his win over Edgar. With momentum on his side and his name now circling the Canelo conversation, Shiraz's prediction added fresh energy and a new voice to the growing storm.
I expect the fight to be very competitive for the first 6 rounds, and then Canelo to take over and dominate.
Hamza Shiraz didn't speak like someone chasing headlines. He spoke like a fighter who knows the rhythm of war. With the hunger and fearlessness of a rising contender, his words carried the sharp insight of someone who's been in the ring, not just watching from the sidelines. He framed Canelo as a fighter who grows stronger as the rounds wear on, while recognizing Crawford's ability to keep things razor close early. Then came Antonio Tarver, no stranger to defying expectations, who dropped a sharp, experience-laced one-liner that cut through the noise. His comment didn't just add to the hype, it added weight, grounding this mega fight buildup in the voice of someone who's lived it.
That's a major fight, man, the biggest in a long time. If you've been following Tarver's take, you know I'm Bud County all the way. But this is going to be the toughest fight, the best fighter Bud has ever been in the ring with. And arguably, this could be the best fighter Canelo has ever been in the ring with. We'll find out which one is which on September 13th.
Antonio Tarver didn't speak as a fan. He spoke as a man who's lived the highs and lows of greatness. He made it clear, this isn't just a big fight, it's a historic one. Tarver suggested Crawford is stepping into the toughest test of his career, while Canelo may be facing his most complete and dangerous opponent yet, making this a true legacy-defining moment for both men. Enter Kenny Porter, a straight shooter known for his sharp eye and honest takes. True to form, Porter didn't hold back. His verdict didn't settle the debate, it fueled it further, adding yet another charged layer to the growing storm surrounding this epic showdown.
Everybody that they put in front of him, he has beat him. I never bet against Bud. I don't think either one of these guys feel pressure. These are the guys that are built for pressure. So, you know, Canelo stepped up against Floyd when he was, what, 21, 22 years old. He was a kid. Nah, there's no pressure for Canelo.
Kenny Porter laid it out plainly. Canelo's size and power are undeniable weapons, but Crawford, he said, is a different animal, the kind you just don't bet against. His tone blended respect with unwavering belief, giving real weight to Crawford's chances in a way only someone with deep insight could. Porter's take stood out not for its logic, but for its conviction. For him, this fight isn't about stats. It's about who shows up when the moment demands everything. Then came Egidijus Mean Machine Kavaliauskas, a man who's shared the ring with Crawford. His perspective cut through the speculation, adding a raw, first-hand layer to the conversation, one grounded in the brutal truth of experience.
Can start from like when there was just rumors about this fight happening, even before the announcement. There was rumors. I'm like, I'm like, God damn it, like it's gonna be like too much for Crawford. Like Canelo is too big, too strong. Like Crawford and Canelo, they're like too much, like more like one, like the favorite boxers for me. I love Canelo, I love Crawford. Even like I fought Crawford, after I fought Crawford, I become his fan. Like he's an amazing boxer. So when it was like rumors, I'm like, oh no, it's not good for Crawford. Canelo's too big.
Mean Machine spoke with the weight of experience, someone who's tasted Crawford's sharp vanishing punches and knows firsthand the danger he brings when the bell rings. His respect for Crawford was evident, but he didn't shy away from emphasizing the immense challenge of facing someone as big and powerful as Canelo. From a man who's been in there with Crawford, his words carried an honest chill, rooted in reality, not hype. But then came the twist. Mean Machine shifted his stance. His sudden about-face surprised many, injecting even more heat into the already fiery debate. From respect to reconsideration, his reversal didn't just stir opinions, it forced fans and pundits alike to rethink everything they thought they knew about this matchup.
And like my position changed. I think Crawford is too fast and too smart for Canelo. Even Canelo is a good boxer. I'm not saying like nothing from, not taking nothing from Canelo, but the way like when you say like, oh, he's too big, when you see Usyk fights and what Usyk did to the big guys like Joshua and Fury, so the size and that doesn't matter. I think the skill level matters. And Crawford, he gained weight, but I think he's gonna be like even faster, and like his head was good in the ring. He's like boxing IQ just on tops.
This time, Mean Machine zeroed in on Crawford's speed, intelligence, and boxing IQ, qualities he believes can neutralize Canelo's size and power. He even drew parallels to how Usyk overcame giants like Joshua, showing that skill and strategy can outmatch brute strength. His words carried the weight of someone who could already visualize the fight unfolding inside the ring. He highlighted Crawford's ability to think, adapt, and avoid being physically bullied, framing the bout as a clash of pure skill versus pure power. Yet, his tone revealed a deep inner conflict about the outcome. In his final remarks, Mean Machine hinted that his confidence was beginning to waver, leaving fans eager and uncertain about which side of the debate he ultimately leans toward.
I would say 50-50, but right now I'm kind of leaning more to Crawford.
He acknowledged that the fight could go either way, with both fighters evenly matched. Yet, as he spoke, his conviction quietly shifted toward Crawford's side. There was uncertainty in his tone, but also clear respect for Crawford's skill and adaptability. It wasn't a confident prediction, more like a gut feeling shaped by years inside the ring. Mean Machine circled back once more, reinforcing a recurring theme in this debate. In this matchup, skill can and often does trump size. His words added weight to the idea that Crawford's technical edge might be the deciding factor.
It's not like I'm just giving an example, like size doesn't matter in the boxing. When they say like, oh, like Canelo is big and he's fighting like 175, 168, and Crawford just moving from like 147, 154. So I'm just putting an example that size doesn't matter, and like that the fighter makes the fight. I think it's just like that I see that Crawford's training and that he's big too right now, so he gained weight, but not like, and lots of people gain weight like that sloppy weight, like I would say like fat, but he gained, like he looked like strong, massively strong. So I think it's gonna be a good one.
He broke down how discussions about weight and divisions often miss the bigger picture. Boxing is ultimately about intelligence, discipline, and execution. Highlighting Crawford's recent physical transformation, he suggested that the pound-for-pound king isn't just moving up in weight, he's doing it smartly. According to him, Crawford has gained strength without sacrificing the sharpness that many fighters lose when moving up, making him a more dangerous version of himself than ever before. This only fueled the debate around size even further. Then, Mean Machine peeled back another layer, not focusing on Crawford's power, but on what truly makes him dangerous in the ring, a subtle detail most casual fans tend to overlook.
Crawford, I wouldn't say like his punches was like super strong, but his timing and accuracy is what makes difference. So like there's a guys that throw hard, but they just throw, and he throws like his calculation for the punches and like timing and aiming to the right spots is just like on another level.
He emphasized that Crawford's greatest weapon isn't raw power. Instead, every punch is measured and precisely placed, often not the hardest, but always landing at the perfect moment and spot. Unlike fighters who lean on strength, Crawford methodically wears down opponents with pinpoint accuracy, sapping their energy round after round. Mean Machine described it as almost surgical, like Crawford fights with a clear battle plan already mapped out in his mind. Closing his thoughts, he painted a vivid scene that instantly took fans back to one of boxing's greatest nights, a moment that transcends time and adds a deeper layer of intrigue to this upcoming fight.
I think so, yeah. And we can go back a little bit to Mayweather Canelo, and Canelo was young and Mayweather smart, but it can be familiar fight like that. Even Canelo right now have more experience, and Crawford is still on his prime. So yeah, we will see.
Mean Machine suggested Crawford versus Canelo could play out like a chess match, similar to when Mayweather outsmarted a younger Canelo, but with roles reversed. Now, Canelo brings experience and power, while Crawford is in his prime, making the outcome unpredictable. His tone mixed respect with suspense, hinting this fight could rewrite history. This matchup has divided the boxing world like never before. Legends, former champs, and even those who fought Crawford are split. Some see it as risky, others as inevitable, but all agree it's a true 50-50 battle. September 13th feels less like a date and more like a night destined for glory. Crawford's speed and IQ could shock the world, but Canelo's size, strength, and experience can't be ignored. One small mistake could change everything. That's what makes this fight so thrilling. What do you think? Will Crawford's skills neutralize Canelo's power, or will Canelo's experience prove too much? Is this a passing of the torch or another chapter in Canelo's legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more as the countdown to this epic fight continues.